Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back for another deck profile here. Yeah, dude, before we get into this deck profile, I want to give a big shout out to M Cole 40, my boy Robbie Cole. He put my Infernity Pendulum Infernity Ignite profile up on his channel. So if you guys don't already or haven't already, go over there and check that out. Give me some love on that. It's been pretty cool, dude. The comments have been very good. Show me some love, dude. I guess I'm an alpha Chad, whatever the fuck that means, but I guess it's a good thing. That's what Robbie told me anyways. My girlfriend ended up looking it up. It is a good thing. So, yeah, dude. So we're getting pretty good. Getting subscriber wise, we're up today. Either way, you guys are loving the cigarettes and the beer, dude. Either way, so am I. This is what I usually do on Saturdays. But without further ado, guys, I got a new fucking deck for you here today. We'll show a combo video at the end of how you do this. It's the old Samurai FTK. You can take a pan down there, Dave. Yeah, look at that, the fucking cannon soldier, boys. And the shining Snorlax. Snorlax is my boy. And the battle shogun, obviously. But, yeah, dude, also for anybody that said they liked me, or that was already subscribed to me and went over there and commented, I appreciate you guys a lot. It means a lot to me. Without further ado, let's get right up and into this, guys. So, obviously, fucking the degenerate card, the cannon soldier. This card's still legal. So everyone knows you tribute a monster to your opponent for 500 damage. So, and then three of the Shinai. This card, I'll just do this together because they always go together. I'll just do this up here. Yeah, 3 Shinai and 3 Mizuho. If you control this, you can special this. If you control this, you can special this from your hands. If this one is tributed, it adds a Samurai back from your graveyard to hand. This card tributes a monster and pops a card on the board. There's an infinite loop with this. This combo, I won't be showing you that for the FTK, which you actually don't need those, but there is a way to do it. You don't need it for this one. I felt like there was, for that FTK, where you dump the whole bag of rice or whatever onto the battle shogun. It's too many like unnecessary cards in the main deck. You play multiple equips and play like the other weird 6 samurai cards. I'm just going straight this. That's it. So, and then three Kigekis. This card on normal summon special summons a 6 samurai monster from your hand and gains attack. What does it go up to? 1500 attack. Oh shit. Yeah, gains 1500 attack. Sorry, dude, I haven't played 6 samurais except this week for so long, and I haven't even used that effect. So it goes up to 1700. There's another 6 samurai on the board. This is just, I purely just use this as the starter slash, So, anyways, and then the 3 Kazans. This is your basically how you FTK, how you win con, blah blah blah. So if you control a 6 samurai that's not Kazan, you can special summon this card from your hand. There's another 6 samurai on the board. This card gains 300 attack. So this card's broken. And then I chose to play triple Grandmaster. I know you can. So this card, you can only control 1 Grandmaster. If you control another 6 samurai monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only control 1 copy of this card on the board. It's so good. Like sometimes you'll be like, oh man, like I just need a fucking extender, and this is it. Like I'd rather max out on this instead of max out on like the Phantom Knight Strap. I felt like that card was just more, especially since 6 Samurais, it gives like the Bushido counters. And then to round out the monsters, dude, the 2 Fuma. This card's just rolled by Battle card effect, special summons a Samurai monster from your deck. And then if just 1 Samurai monster is destroyed, I don't know why they put this clause in there. It's kind of like a Balinx from graveyard. So, nice, dude. And then of course the Gateway. Big shout out to my dude Wayne. He actually sent me one of the original ones in like a bundle of cards he sent me a long time ago. He's like, hey dude, I got these cards that I don't use anymore. You want them? I was like, yeah, dude, send them to me. And this happened to be in it, and I was like, hey dude, fuck yeah, dude. Gateway, dude. This card's just absurd. You search it. So big shout out to Battle Shogun. And then we got the my Italian copies. The Shin's Dojo. Each time a samurai monster, also real quick, I don't have to explain this if you're watching this video, you know what this card does. This card, every time a 6 samurai monster is summoned, puts a counter on it, a Bushido counter on it. You can send it to graveyard and summon a 6 samurai or a Shin monster from your deck, obviously equal to or less than the number of counters. So, card's insane. And then 3 United. This card's insane too. This card, normal summon or special summon a 6 Samurai monster, gains a Bushido counter. Max on it is 2 though, which is kind of disappointing. There's been a few times where I've been like, oh man, like this would be so much nicer if this could hold more counters, but obviously you would draw more cards. If this max 2 counters, you send it to graveyard, draw 2 cards. Or if it has 1 counter, you send it to graveyard, draw a card. So card's still insane though. Just anything that holds Bushido counters, basically, plus the 2 Sam monsters is the combo. And then 3 Temple of the Six. People probably don't even remember what this card is. This card by itself is just not very good, but it holds any number of Bushido counters, kind of like Sheen's Dojo. Every time a 6 Sam monster is normal special summon, puts a Bushido counter on it, and then for each Bushido counter, your opponent's monsters lose 100 attack for each counter. So there's that. And then for the Rotos, the 3 Sheen Smoke Signal. Dude, I'm a fucking smoke signal. This card just adds a level 3 or lower 6 Samurai monster from your deck to your hand. It's just a Rhoda. And then to round out the 3 of spells, I actually am playing 3 Exchange. I'm kind of undecided on this card. This card's actually been really good sometimes, and this card sucks going second, so you can flex this out however you want. I almost want it to be Phantasme sometimes. I want it to be, Nibiru sometimes. Just however you want to play it. I just feel like I'm playing this deck as an FTK. We're hoping to win the die roll, and then you win. You know what I mean? So, it's just kind of, this card is just needed for that. Drag down, also, people are probably like, why aren't you playing drag down? Drag down, I don't like the drag down aspect as much, because, I like to look at their hand and know what they have and then swap them instead of discarding a card and then they draw a card that I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want them to, I don't want to be like, oh, rip an Ash. And then they draw another Ash off the drag down. I just think the exchange is just much better. So that's just my opinion. So. And then, obviously, we play the 1 Terraforming for the Temple of the Six, the 1 Rhoda, the 1 Instant Fusion. I do play the Carbonala Warrior, 1 Called by the Grave, and then the only equip I'm playing is the Moon Mirror Shield. So, obviously, everyone knows that Moon Mirror, you equip it to a monster. If it battles another monster, it just goes up by plus 100, so it always wins the battle. Also, if you draw this, because you need it for a sold, if you draw it, you just equip it to a monster, and then you link off into a sold, and it's mandatory to pay the 500 to put it on top or bottom of your deck. So that's why you only need 1, even if you draw it, it still goes back in the deck. And then the last card is the Shade Brigade. So this deck's very consistent. Big shout out to my dude Johnny. I was play testing today a little bit, and in person. I played online all week. But Dinosaurs is a really fucking rough matchup for this deck. So, and you can't play Droplet because you need all your cards. You can't play Dark Ruler, but the deck still just goes. It's insane. So, and then for the extra deck, the 3 Battle Shogun. This is the heart and soul of the FTK. This guy, 1,000 attack, just 1 warrior plus a 6 samurai monster. Every time a 6 samurai is special summoned to its arrow, it gains a counter, a Bushido counter, and then also on summon, the most important part, on summon, you discard a card from your hand to add a card from your deck that can hold that produces Bushido counters. So it searches Gateway essentially if you don't open Gateway, and then the 1 Assault. Obviously, this card is just the nuts. So, and then for the other slots, so the one thing about this extra deck is there's a lot of flex spots in it, because there's only I think half the extra deck is the FTK cards, and the rest of it's just utility. So I am playing one of the this guy, the Geodator. This is just the swap, the swap column guys. Sometimes you actually use this to go into the starter just sometimes. Same with the Nightmare Phoenix. The Barricade Board Blocker. The Barricade Board Blocker, when you discard, it'll add back Gateway, so you can push through into another turn and then still do the FTK, which has come up a few times. And then 2-star Aegis. The 2-star Aegis don't really come up as much. The 1 always comes up, because you need it in the combat, especially on the Cannon Soldier from your hand that you search. And I was playing the new pot card. because of the damage, like your opponent gets half damage, but it doesn't matter because you have an infinite loop of burn damage with Cannon Soldier. But usually you would ban a second copy off of the pod card. So. And then other win con going second is just the access code, or you could play Boral Sword or whatever. You could even put Boral Sword in there with the access code. Doesn't really matter. So, and then for the instant fusion, the Carbonala Warrior, and then the Primordial Mech. This is the card that searches Cannon Soldier. You use 3 rank 4s, 3 level 4s to summon it. Then on summon, you detach 3 from it to add a level 4 monster from your deck to your hand. It has other applications, but we don't use it in this deck or the combo. The Dugaris, I mean, this card is just insane. Sometimes you'll use it to either draw 2, or sometimes you'll actually use it just to summon back a Samurai to put more counters on the board. So, and the last 2 spots, both flex. I am playing the number 47, dude, the Nightmare Shark. This card's insane. Usually because, you know, the Shinai, the Mizuho, the Kageki, all level 3s. And then you can usually punch directly, detach from this, target itself, attack directly, and then you can make the Zeus over top of it. Sometimes if you like can't get there enough, or like they droll you or something, go in second, or whatever. But a lot of this stuff you can flex out how you want. There's just a certain aspect of how you want to go with the FTK pieces. So I will show you that combo video right quick. Give me 1 second. So the FTK is just basically anything that holds a Bushido counter. So we'll just use Temple of the Six. You guys let me show my hand, so it'll be 2 cards, Temple of the Six, basically anything that holds a counter, and we'll just use 2 Kagekis. Just be easier. All right, so. All right, you're in here, babe? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I'm going to use the Temple of the Six as my field center, okay? So all you're going to do, let's scoot this back just a little bit. You're just going to normal summon Kageki, activate effects, or summon Kageki, okay? I'll link these 2 off, which will gain those 2 counters, because you had 2 6 Samurais. You'll summon the Assault. Assault's effect will add 1 to hand, which you will add the, usually I just add the 3rd Kageki just to get it out of the deck, because you're going to end up discarding it for the Battle Shogun anyways. And then use effective Assault, send the Moon Mirror Shield to graveyard to summon the Fuma. Okay, so we'll put a 3rd counter on this. And you'll link off the Assault and the Fuma to the first Battle Shogun, which will put a counter on this. So there's 4 counters on Temple of the Six currently. On summon Battle Shogun, you'll discard the Kageki searched off the Assault to add a card that can produce Bushido counters. So obviously you're going to search the best card. I mean, you're going to search the Gateway. So you search Gateway, activate Gateway, okay? Now, you'll remove 4 counters from this, from the Temple of the Six, use this to remove 4 counters from the Temple of the Six to search for a 6 Samurai monster. So you'll search for a Kazan, okay? And then this is where all the counters come into play. So you'll special summon the Kazan since you control a 6 Samurai monster. This will get a counter, this will get a counter, and this will get 2 counters, okay? So 4 counters, right? So you use Gateway, remove all 4 counters, boop, boop, boop. Search for another Kazan, okay? And you'll special Kazan to his arrow, because he only gains a Bushido counter if you special summon to his arrow. So gain a counter, gain 2 counters, okay? Then you'll remove these 4 again to add the 3rd Kazan, okay? And then you're going to use this Kazan and this Battle Shogun to link off over into, you got to swap columns into this Battle Shogun, which will give 1 counter to the Temple of the Six, 2 counters to the Gateway, okay? And then you'll special summon to the Battle Shogun arrow, give this a counter, give this 2 counters. Well, it'll give it a counter, so it'll be on 2, and then give this 2 counters. So every time you special summon now, you're gaining 4 counters, okay? So it'll be like, anyways. And then you'll remove 1 counter, and 2 counters to add back the Kazan from the graveyard. Okay. Then you'll switch something that goes on here. The other Battle Shogun arrow. Gain 1. Gain 1. Gain 2. Go up to 4. And then you're going to come over here and you're going to overlay all 3 of the Kazans into the Math Mech. Okay. On summon, you'll attach 3 from this. To add the Cannon Soldier from your deck to your hand. I know this is exciting if you don't like FTKs, right? But this deck's actually just really insane. And then you'll remove 1 from the Temple of the Six, 1 from the Battle Shogun, and 2 from the Gateway. Add back Kazan. Okay. Special summon Kazan. You gain the 4 counters back. 1 here, 1 here, and 2 here. And then you'll do the same thing again. Remove 1, remove 1, and remove 2. Add back the Kazan. Special summon the Kazan. Gain 1. Gain 1. Gain 2. Okay. And then this is where you link these 2 off to a second Battle Shogun. So this will go to 2. This will go to 3. This will go to 6. Okay. And then you'll remove 1, 1, and 2. This will go to 4. To add back Kazan. Okay. Special summon Kazan. Gain all 4 counters back. So let's go to 2. Let's go to 3. Let's go to 6. And then you'll use the Primordial Math Mech, Battle Shogun, and this Kazan. And you will link it to your Skull Dread. Right here. Obviously you gain no counters from that. You'll just use Skull Dread's effect. Special summon the Cannon Soldier underneath the Battle Shogun or somewhere away from just this arrow. And then once again, you'll remove 1, 1, and 2. To add back Kazan. You'll special summon Kazan to his arrow, which will gain 1, gain 1, and gain 2. You'll use Cannon Soldier to tribute this off. Then you'll remove 1, 1, and 2. To add back the Kazan. Special summon the Kazan. You'll gain all 4 counters back again. So this will go to 2. This will go to 3. This will go to 6. Cannon Soldier's effect, tribute this off. Then you'll remove 1. You'll remove 1. And you'll remove 2. Add back the Kazan. Special summon this arrow. And then you'll gain all 4 counters back. It's an infinite loop to tribute off for Cannon Soldier for game. So you'll just keep burning tribute. Tribute for 500, remove 4 counters, add back the Kazan, special summon, gain the 4 counters back, tribute off the Kazan, remove 4 counters, special summon, add the Kazan back, special summon to this arrow, tribute off. So that's the FTK. So it's just anything that can hold Bushido counters. Ideally, it would be this one, the Dojo, or if you open the Gateway, then you have to search it, which I actually opened Gateway quite a bunch today. It was kind of wild, but so yeah, that's where I'm saying like the flex spots in the extra deck. You know, you can fucking play whatever you want, like Whirl Sword, whatever goes second. Because like sometimes your hand is just all samurai cards, and you'll actually just go like Shinai, Mizuho, fucking Kizan, Grandmaster, and then like you'll start playing, going the Battle Shogun, blah blah. You know what I mean? Even if you open Gateway or Dojo or any of that, you can just actually OTK them instead of FTKing them. That's come up quite a few times, but. Anyways, so yeah, guys, so I just want to get this FTK on the channel. Also, once again, big shout out to everybody that was on MCole40's channel, showing me love in the comments or watched my video, liked it, anything like that. Make sure you subscribe. Obviously, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, dude, I'm gonna revisit. I know people love that Infernity profile. I'm gonna revisit it again. I have a 3-access profile, obviously an updated one because I already profiled the 3-access one with like the you know, whatever. I'm gonna put Torn Scales and the Phantom Knights and shit in it. So I also have a Pendulum Magician with the like the Remus, Dragon Ravine, all that shit, Dragon Link, Infernity, etc. So yeah, dude, let me know what you want to see. I have another FTK that I can profile next week. There was a couple people want me to do cubics, and I was like, yo, dude, I have a sick cubic Eldritch list. But yeah, dude, either way. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Cheers.